line. Check the radio, the big crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I started trying to look for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Today's race here at the WWT Raceway is presented in part by our good friends and sponsors of Pedal to Metal Racing League. A big thank you for their support in Season 7 racing. And onward now to the show, down for the Gateway 100, presented by Chris Hubka Real Estate Group. You heard it loud, you heard it proud, race fans. We're here now live for the Gateway 100 on Pedal to Metal Racing League Truck Series, live here in Madison, Illinois. It's time to see the Worldwide Technology Raceway track, or better known as Gateway Motorsports Park, to be presented up onto the show for the first time in a long time here on Pizza Race TV. Hi everyone, I am the Crusader Christian Shar, joining you guys here today as we've got a stacked lineup and field ready to go for tonight's action here, as the track right now currently getting settled up for the action presented in part by Next Level Racing, the ButtKicker Company, Hubka Real Estate Group, and Ford Entertainment Group PC.net with Lightning Wrapz on the side. It's time to bring out the best and the brightest drivers as we are now locked and loaded here for the WWT Raceway here. It is time to showcase our following lineup tonight here as the drivers are now getting into position ready to go. On the pole, Robert Kahn, the 21, will start it off with Daniel Moynihan, the 77. Row number 2 is Nicholas Tong, and then at 55 is outside Stephen Henning, pilots up the number 38. And row number 3 is going to be Cindy Taylor, your reigning points leader right now, the 07, the closer herself, with Kevin Baker in the 87 on her outside. And number 4, it's Mike Rideout, the 76, with Matthew Hoffer in the 84. Row number 5 sees Kevin Menepace, the 42, with Dustin Slonaker in the 50. Corey Reed piloting the 27. To her is outside is the 5, Chantel, the throttle Pottle. And your final starters in this one, we'll see Julian Conde in the 18, Ryan Brennan in the 15, and David Culleton in the 99. That will round out your field. That is going to round out the track. We are set to go for tonight's action. Danny Graham saying hello there from Australia. Pete and Danny. Oh, good to hear from you there, Pete, Danny. Appreciate you coming on board here today. Field ready to march their way off, down around off turn number 4 this time on by. We'll let the drivers get ready to rack, stack, and go on to the attack. Off the corner distance in turn number 4, down to the front straightaway we go. Green flag in the air. 100 laps the distance for the Gateway 100. Entering into the first turn, a very, very, very technical track. This one's going to get on these guys very quickly. Tires and fuel going to be the main strategy here, of course, with this kind of elongated track. It's a very interesting, unique little situation of high speeds and high cornering with a very low banking area. And you can already tell, just like some of these guys already trying to move their way to the chains, they're already having to kind of fall in line with one another, just kind of test themselves. Patience definitely a big virtue here when it comes to running on this track. Really, there's only 2 groups to hit there on 1 and 2. There's only 1 and 3 and 4 that'll get the better of you if you're not careful. David Culleton and then 99 falling back behind earlier on as Nicholas Tong in the 55 tries to keep up with the number 21, Robert Kahn. Mike Branham's coming on. Mikey Branham coming on board saying go Menepace. Well, Menepace right now currently having to work his way from a bit of the backfield markers here. He's having some company with Dustin Slonaker and Julian Conde. The 482 kind of having that early season slump, as I like to refer to it, when you get really good high and then all of a sudden you find yourself on a very hard low. That's what he's currently dealing with right now, as David Culleton, problems down there in 99, will head into pit road.
And then Essel 77 Ford F-150 trying to entrepreneur his way up ahead of Nicholas Tong in that 55. You can see he is mashing the gas pedal, looking to hit the pedal straight into that metal to get a pass on the 55. Don being very consistent here, trying to be very conservative, looking for an opening. As you see, Khan still holds the lead, driving it a little bit differently than everyone else you see in there. Tong going a little bit dark down to the bottom, a little closer. Tong goes way wide, kind of diamonds it off a turn for run 2. Now has to kind of settle it back down 3 and 4 to get himself all situated out. Chantel Bottle already 4 spots up, hard charging her way around the track here. She's got Mike right out, that number 76 kind of moving her way to the chains. Field currently in a bit of a soft stroke nature here. They're working every little angle of the track, working every little spot up, trying to stay out of trouble and stay clear of any messes or leeways out there. This track definitely can get the better of you, at least expect it. Gulleton heading off into pit road yet again. I think he's trying to get some mechanical issues figured out down there, but it's not helping him out too well. Kevin Baker in the 87 right now dealing with that 76 Mike right out here, currently working his way up onto the field. The MRM 76 right out, definitely a guy who got sneeze your snuff at there. He's been known to kind of sneak up on some of these guys and take them for a bit of a run or two, and the guys and gals here know that they can't be too modest here. They need to be a little bit focused and a little bit more on the stretch end here. Stage breaks coming, lap number 40 here for the drivers, and that will put them at about 45 laps into the race when they get back to the green. A lot of folks kind of taking it easy out of the gate. I think they're just trying to watch themselves. That's something we've seen quite a bit here, as David Colton continues to have mechanical problems down there in the 99, has parked it on the pit entry, and I think the 99 has unfortunately going to call it a day. Running points leader right now, that number 07 is of course Cindy the Closer Taylor. She's going 1 up so far out of the field. Cindy pretty much kind of the lone survivor when it comes to where starting in this entire league, starting in with the championship series, and seems to always, every time she comes out, have a consistent basis of hard racing and hard charging. And she seems like that is kind of be her game plan and strategy yet again in this truck series. But barring that, she knows she can't give in too much and she can't give out too quickly to what these drivers will try to do with her and try to make up with her on the grounds and the clearance. So she's going to have to watch every angle and every spot. And the number 33 here, Stephen Henning right now, piloting it up right up into the fight. Seeing an opportunity to get down low of the 07. And Cindy Taylor is letting him get right to it. I can hear that shift in the throttle though, man. That thing is revved up in the RPMs quite a bit. Edding's going to need to watch it a little bit late into the run. Too much RPMs will end up causing the engine to kind of die off and suck her down a bit. Nicholas Tong on the 55, currently still in a heated debate here in the Hilvets Semi-Cube Toyota Tundra. Number 55 as the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn continues to put the big orange, I don't know, you want like the big orange camel styled up number 21. I can't remember what kind of colors that represents. I know it's big. I know it's dark orange, so it's not brown. It's definitely not bronze. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments section below what kind of color that is. But either way, Kahn represented it well. But he is still dealing with that 55 right on his back bumper here, trying to make a move off from him, but it's not getting very much help there. In the back of the pack right now, the number 27, Corey Reed, also having some company right behind him here as Dustin Sonaker in the big pack pink and black. He's coming out for a little bit of a fight in that Chevrolet Silverado, Reconstruction Silverado Chevrolet as well here, keeping up into the distance of the time zone though, looking to try to stay ahead of Sonaker. The big black pink Panther here is moving its way in now, looking to try to make a pass. But you can just see how gingerly they're coming off of turn number 3 and 1 and 2, excuse me, as that is continuously giving them some troubles down there. And speaking of troubles, the Nestle 77 Cinnamon Toast Crunch Ford F-150, big problems here down on the backstretch. Caution is out. Well, that'll give us a minute to take a look at the P2 minutes of replay and view this one again here. And unfortunately for Moynihan, I think he might have underestimated how tough 1 and 2 really is. You can see he drove it in way too hot. Truck was already loose, starting to spin out. Great move by Henning to actually avoid him. And good save there by the rest of Cindy Taylor, except for Kevin Baker. Moynihan, though, unfortunately, spinning himself out, getting himself in a bit of trouble there. We'll take one more look at it from the instant replay. Take a look, see you guys exactly what he was thinking or feeling inside that take place. You can just see really that kind of that lack of control and that unfortunate heartbreak there entering into that spot, so that will send everyone back on a ways here too. Now, Kevin Baker also had to receive the EOL as well, so his unfortunate circumstances that didn't cause Moynihan to crash out completely gives him the EOL, so that will set everyone back a little bit. Marcy Bro saying Russ question mark. Marcy, I'm not sure who you're referring to there. Bradley Collier saying let's go. Okay there. Bradley, good to hear from you. Kevin Baker right now dealing with some damage control up on that machine here. Daniel Moynihan, major damage to the 77 after that huge hit he suffered there from Kevin Baker, unfortunately. Field will have to center off a little bit, get fielded back into position, and when we come back, race fans, we'll get back to the action. Stage 1 has not completed yet. The stage is still up underway, and it's anybody's for the taking. Today's race here in Madison, Illinois, WWT Raceway is presented in part by our friends over at Next Level Racing. Take racing to the next level. By the ButtKicker Company. Best in performance for feeling on real tracks of the virtual world, the ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing. By Hubka Real Estate Group. Looking for the perfect place to call home? Call up Chris Hubka and Hubka Real Estate Group to get yourself settled in today. By Ford Entertainment Group PC.net. Matching your want with your wallet. FEGPC.net will always work with your needs to build the best PC at the right price. And by Lightning Wrapz. The most affordable designs made at your leisure. Lightning Wrapz will always bring out the best designs in your library. Field now looking to get doubled up here. We are set back for the action. We're set back for the pacing. Oh, Marcy's saying the color of the truck, I was wondering. The color of the truck on the 21, Robert Kahn. It says rust. Hey! Yeah. It's definitely a rust brown now that I think about it. Good call. I'll give you that one. Well, certainly ain't got any rust on his end, though, inside that helmet, because that 21, as usual, piloting up, makes some great runs and some great positioning here. Coming back down to the wire here off of turn number 4 here. You see our flagman standing high in the sky here. He is ready to wheel that flag down as the green pops back on up. We're back to the action. And the roar of the beast comes fully attack and fully alive. Khan in the 21 going down low, but Tong with the early advantage. A hard charge strikes from the outside. Now into the proverbially a little bit more technical 3 and 4 versus what you would see in 1 and 2. This is where you can get some speed built back up, but all that power and that momentum is kind of all but forgotten when you get down to here in turn number 1 and 2. That's where all it comes through, and that's where you get most of that speed back at too. 5 Chantel Paul moving up 7 spots now, looking to try to take over more positions as she goes. Uh-oh, trouble down there off of turn number 2. A little bit loose, got sideways there a little bit. And the 84 Funko Pops Toyota Tundra. Matthew Hoffer getting right around there, getting up ahead. Mike Radow way wide on the outside. Little 3 wide there for just a minute. Sydney Taylor and Steven Henning back out of here as the 33 continues to move the chains up ahead here. And Hoffert in trouble here of being passed by the 5. Down goes the pink and black camo machine. Here comes a lightning grasp machine up into the fight. And Corey Reed, the other Canadian driver right now, is trying to work up against that 5. But you can see those two know each other well. They're back and forth one another, and neither one giving an inch. Reed knows Chantel well, and so does Chantel on Reed. Both drivers have faced each other many times in other leagues and events, and they have faced each other off so many times before. They know how each other work and how they like to react, and this is exactly a good telling sign of just how much technical performance and ferocity is just being brought down to the track. Robert Kahn being passed up by the 55 of Nicholas Tong, or how long though, because Tong leaves the bottom open. You don't leave the bottom open to Kahn. Kahn loves to sneak his way through that back. He gets a charge on the 55. Tong tried to cross him over coming out turn 4, but you can see a bit of a flat spot down there off of turn number 2. That flat spot may be harder to detect here from the broadcast, but for the cameras, but let me tell you something. You try to corner too tight off at the 4 exit, oh, you better hope you've got a way to keep that thing under control, because that truck is going to get very aggravated with you, and it loves to get loose as a goose on there. Sonaker starting to build a little bit of a comeback now on the 27 of Corey Reed and the 84 of Matthew Hoffert. Hoffert really one of those guys, I keep talking about it over and over again, but it's just kind of this way. He always has something pop up or something go wrong when he's out on the track, which ends up costing him in the long haul, in the long run. And he's been trying desperately to get it figured out, trying to get it taken care of. He's hoping for a little bit of a fix-up and a little bit of a taking control of the advantages here. And that's exactly what he's trying to do right now. He's smelled and he's tasted victory here on Pete Race TV already from the Push and Limit Racing side this year in their seasons. But pedal to metal wise, he says that's the one that matters the most to me. And he said he would love nothing more than to be able to finally get another whiff and another taste of it. In the back of the pack right now, the 77 here, Daniel Moynihan. Unfortunately, with that damage on that left rear side, really affecting the pace and control he had a minute ago. And the Cimentos Crunch cannot get that aerodynamics property of the truck to get back under control. And you can see even he's getting really loose off of some of these corners as Julian Conde in the number for 18 looking to put the U.S. Army Brat Toyota Tundra ahead. How fitting, too, as we reach Memorial Day tomorrow, that we see a little bit of the old military colors represented here on the show. Mikey Branham saying, come on, get him that pace, give him hell. And at pace right now in the 12th spot here, still struggling. It is early though, so you never know with him. He's been kind of a little lenient, a little bit more clever in his tactics here. I don't know how well he's planning his strategy out, but right now, if I had to guess, probably looking towards like how the tires and the fuel run handle after so long, and then maybe then trying to go for broke, trying to go for big. He's been kind of clever on that, I will say. Santel bottom moving the 5 now, up 7 spots into the 5th slot here, getting around a Corey Reed. Steven heading a huge distance ahead of the 07 Cindy Taylor, but for Taylor, it's not a matter of being in first or not a matter of being in the middle. All she cares about is getting in that top 5 bracket and looking to extend her chances, extend her opportunities here. So focused and so stretched out right now with only about 15 laps to go when we come to this check here. You'll be about 15 more laps here, and then stage will come to an end here, and that will get everyone's re-racked, restacked, and all that, and really time to pace out a little bit. Nicholas Tong in the 55 really feels like he's owed a few times, and really owed a few regards here for all the times he struggled here on the track. It seems as though this race might be more his style, more his ingenuity, as he's been constantly dealing with the pressure and dealing with the mounting success that everybody keeps bringing on him here. Race fans, if this is your first time here on Pete's Race TV as well, we do ask if you give us a little bit of a like and a follow if you are enjoying the content, if you enjoy what we represent on the show. Also head to our YouTube where we do live action calls as well, and of course have these races in their full dilemma and everything on the YouTube side, so be sure to subscribe there if you're new there as well. Really do appreciate it, and about to hit a few milestones over there, so we really do appreciate everything from you guys. Take a look at the onboard camera here with Hubka right now as he will send us in to our little thing we like to call putting the pedal to the metal here on Pete's Race TV. It's time to let the trucks rip and let this one sit in. Yes, indeed. Put that pedal straight down in that metal and let them rip out on the track right now. Currently, we are heading into pit road territories here. Watch for the drivers as they will have to enter in off turn 3. Going into the corner there, you see there, and that is their opening. That is where they will have to go in. If they do not abide by their rules, then, well, let's just say I really hope they can find a way to get some speed back, because that will initiate a little bit of trouble down there for them. Don already had succeeded in his pit stop, so he will be ahead of the charge, but he is currently followed back behind of the 55 Nicholas Tong yet again. Tong, though, with his pit strategy put fully under wraps here, you got to wonder, is he just going to try to last out the entire 9 more laps he's got to complete here, as Steven Henning in the 33. Surprise, surprise here, moving in second, and with Cindy Taylor in third. Right now will continue to hold her points reign from pure consistency and control of the track and how she runs it. Get a good look from our blip cam right now as we are high above here in Madison, Illinois. Beautiful facility, beautiful track layout here. We'll talk more about it here in just a little bit with our Track Tech Talk presented by Next Level Racing. But really the main thing to know about this track, it's designed like a Twin Mortegi ring oval slash Darlington, but it has a much flatter banking that involves more of kind of like an Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You guys probably know what I'm talking about there. Has more of that banking and has more of that that style of racing really pointing in mind, of course, with the Indy cars and even some of the NASCAR Truck Series and everywhere else here. But with the NASCAR Cup Series coming to this track here soon enough, makes you kind of wonder what these cars and what these vehicles and everything can do on this kind of lay on the surface. We have seen the actual Gen 6's run here out on the IRC engine. And to be honest with you, I thought it was pretty good racing, but we will see Next Gen Cup Series also here come Tuesday night on in a couple of weeks from now, as Fast Fun Jam Power Equipment Cup Series will be bringing their divisive next gens back out on the track here. Field's currently stretched out a little bit here. The timing is starting to fall more in line, more underway here with what they want to do. Daniel Moynihan, the 77, moving back in 9 spots. He's currently right up ahead of Kevin Menepace, who has now moved 2 spots up. He's currently in 10, although he started in 9th tonight. Or I should say today here. I keep forgetting it's daytime where it's out on the track, but it's nighttime where I'm at. But you can just see, though, how difficult, how gingerly they run them off turn 1 and 2 versus how they came off of 3 and 4 earlier. 3 and 4, you saw them have a little bit more speed underneath them, whereas 1 and 2, well, it's the complete opposite. Complete opposite and completely different tempo and pacing here. As your field currently is right now going into pit road here. Looks like there was a little bit of contact made down there on the track, or maybe not, I should say. Producer, get the PTMS replay back off there. Thank you. Apologies for that there. I think they were trying to see if there was anything that went down there, but it appears there was not anything in this case. Kevin Menepace slowed up a little bit, lost a little bit of power. Looks like he might have got a little loose coming off of turn number 2 there. That's definitely a spot that can happen, and also a spot you can get in trouble with. Julian Condé way too hard in the corner there, almost costing him and Menepace major troubles there. Got to be careful down there. That is not a good place to be, and that is not a good place to be parking it up at in that wall there. Just under 3 laps to go here as Nicholas Tong now moves to 55 across the stretch and across the plains. Robert Kahn trying to get ahead of that 55 machine though. And you're just that downshift too. They have to get these RPMs back up. That's why they're struggling so much off the exits and the corners, is because that 55 of Nicholas Tong is having to get the RPMs up higher because of how slowed down they have to get versus 3 and 4, where they don't have to really worry about that as much. It's kind of a cat and mouse kind of chase game. Whichever one can outsmart the best is the one that gets away with the rest. Matthew Harvey, the 84 right now, trying to get the Funko Pop machine up into the binders, up into the fray. Dustin Sonaker, you just heard him a minute ago, went right into the wall protection off of turn number 2. And once again, another driver struggling to get around that tricky turn 2. It makes you wonder, you know, is it going to keep happening here? And how long will it keep happening? Because it's getting very treacherous down there, to say the least, as our yellow flag flies on out. Alright, yellow is out as Nicholas Tong will take the stage. Tongs takes the stage, but how about the back half here? The ladies, Cindy Taylor and Chantel Pottle, putting it up into the podium here. So now it becomes a bit of a cat and mouse game here for sure. as the ladies will try to take it over there with the boys. A whole laundry list of drivers ready to get back at it as we come back to you from Pizza Race TV studios here at WWT Raceway in Madison, Illinois. Today's race, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you in part by our friends at Next Level Racing. Take racing to the next level. By the ButtKicker Company, best in performance for feeling on real tracks, the virtual world, the ButtKicker, feel what you've been missing. By Hubka Real Estate Group, looking for that perfect place to call home? Call up Chris Hubka and Hubka Real Estate Group to get yourself settled in today. By Ford Entertainment Group PC.net, matching your want with your wallet, they look to bring out the best PC at the right price. And by Lightning Wrapz, most affordable designs made at leisure. Lightning Wrapz looks like to bring out the best designs in your library.
Do you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles? There's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I searched high and low for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
Hey, welcome back, race fans, here on Pizza Race TV. Live still here in Madison, Illinois, is the WWT Raceway / Gateway Motorsports Park. We're again back to the action here in just a moment right now as our field comes off their stage break. Only the second caution, preliminary though, that was actually planned. First caution came out with Daniel Moynihan and Kevin Baker, unfortunately colliding down on the back straightaway. Both drivers having to serve a penalty for getting the EOL to come on out. Now the field set back into position, set back on the pace here. They are ready to get back at it here down on the back straightaway. Meanwhile, though, as we came off pit road, nothing really changed too much on the positioning of where the drivers at except for Robert Kahn as he was able to shoehorn his way around off some of these boys and girls and get it up now into the 10th slot, looking to try to equalize and take advantage of everything else in. Our field now set, ready to go back for the action here. Ready to set this tone once again, race fans. Weigh them down, bring them around town. WWT Raceway, it's time to get back to green for the Truck Series. Sidney Taylor right now looking to challenge at 55 in his lead. Tong looking to try to kick full advantage of this one and hang on. He's already got a couple wins to his name here. Cindy with one only, but so far has been the most consistent of all our drivers here in terms of highest performance and highest positioning throughout the season. Whoa, hold on, look out down there. Oh my, look out. Huge wreck ensuing down off turn number 4. We've got one upside down. It's the 5 of Chantel Bottle. She brings the truck down to a rest, but a huge wreck here off of turn number 4 and a violent rollover for that number 5 camo truck there. She is looking to be okay as she fires the engine back up, but oh my. Huge wreck ensuing there, and honestly couldn't even begin to tell you where to begin with this one. Let's take a look at replay presented by Next Level Racing. Came right off of turn number 4, smashed into the 84 Matthew Hoffer, and my God, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's a miracle and a half she was able to even get that thing to roll back over and be able to get back up and growing, but that was a huge, huge wreck, to say the least here, for that number 5. We'll take one more look at it from the Lightning Wrapz cam. Slammed it into the wall, and that was all she wrote. And it appears the engine has died off on the 5 here. Chantal Pottle having engine problems and gets a push actually from the 18 and Julian Condé. Much respect to the 18. As you see, I'm trying to help out a fellow driver and a fellow competitor here. That is definitely some massive respect there from the 18. Pottle, though, I guarantee you right now, not too happy and not too thrilled with herself. Came out here, was looking pretty strong out of the gate. Now she's going to have to try to, hopefully, if she can, find a way to position herself back into the fight. It's a long, long road ahead of her. Well, take a listen in right now with the number 87 here, Kevin Baker. Kevin, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right. Hey, welcome back to the show here, Kevin. Right now, currently, getting your lap back after the unfortunate circumstances there in the first stage. Now the truck seems to be all kind of cleaned up and ready to get back to it here. How is WWT Raceway kind of settling in for you?
I think it's gonna be okay. I think I can get back up to around, 6th place, hopefully, and I already used my fast repair, so hopefully I can just keep it clean,
For sure there. Now with the way things are playing out and how much longer you have left to go here on the track, I mean, is it going to be a bit of a test of patience for you and the crew, or do you think it'll just be kind of watching out for anyone that gets a little too loose?
Just watching out for anyone who gets too loose. I did set my my brakes really, really high, so they, brake really quick, thankfully.
For sure there. All right, well, nevertheless here, Kevin, we do appreciate you coming on board. Best of luck here.
Thank you.
Kevin Baker, ladies and gentlemen, the 87 right now trying to settle back down, kind of settle on around the track here. Take a listen in here with the number 84, Matthew Hoffer right now as he joins me here on the call. And Hoffer, bit of a wild little ride you just saw kind of happen in front of you there. What do you think happened there, my friend?
Well, definitely saw the number 5 get loose coming off of 4, and I was hoping she was going to stay low, but she came up high, and I plowed right into her.
Now, presuming a faster pair was used up, but now trying to get back into this field. Do you think this truck has enough time to get back at these guys?
We're going to give it a shot and see what happens. Hopefully I can get back up through the field cleanly. If not, well, what are you going to do?
For sure there. Whenever that's offered, thanks for your time here, bud. Best of luck here.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you can hear in his voice too, the 84 Matthew Hopper, not too thrilled about what he saw or what happened there, but, you know, we always say in racing, sometimes that's just racing. Chantal Pottle in the 5 still dealing with damage on her 5 after a tow there. Not much she can do. I believe her night's pretty much over with, unfortunately. And what a tough break there for her, unfortunately. Field will get squared away here once again here as we bring our drivers back on around off of turn number 4, back in line for our green flag restart zone. Back into the playing field, back into the fight. Time to go racing. Tong driving a little higher up at the 07 and Cindy Taylor here. Both drivers right on the march, right on the charge. Cindy looking to try and take full control of this race. Mashing the gas pedal, hanging on for dear life, while also at the same time putting some speed underneath them. Definitely making it work and making it hang in there. Yeah, I said earlier on, minute pace, I would believe, honestly, is probably waiting it out a little bit, trying to get settled up. Well, he's definitely getting settled up now. Past halfway now, these drivers now need to start being a little bit more focused, a little bit more determined on how they mix and manage their way around the track here. This is a very telltale sign, if you ask me, of how the best drivers to work and how the best drivers can come away with this. Tong right now knows he got the lead, but he's not too thrilled. He's got to share a spotlight with that 07. As Cindy Taylor is yet again using her keen wits and strategy to fullest of strengths. You know, we talked about it earlier too, just how that tricky little flat spot is off turn 4. Well, let me let you guys in on that little spot here. Take a quick look at the 21 of Rubbercon. Notice how he starts to drift up a little higher. There's the spot right there that got Chantel Lewis. You can see it's literally just a little back marker there. But it is there, and it's actually just a slight bit near that wall protection exit. So if you get it too close and you get it right into that playing field, it's pretty much a no man's land. It's game over for that truck. And a lot of these guys, unfortunately, having to use a fast repair or having to deal with a blown motor, continuously trying to stay with this here. Here the rumble strips being used up a little bit on some of these drivers right now. It's currently everyone trying to find some openings, trying to find some leg ups and get through this track, trying to get through this field. Many openings, many shots thrown in the dark here. Mike Rideout on number 76 right now, currently staying right in charge and in place here to take some moves on the 33 of Stephen Hing and the 42 of Kevin Menapace. Hasn't found an opening just yet to work with. Getting word right now down on the track, 5 Chantal Paddle also mechanical issues. Cannot get the truck out of pit road until they are fixed. The officials are calling for it right now, letting her know that she has got to get them fixed before she can return to the race. That's a tough break there for the 5 Chantal, and really she was doing so well earlier on. Now, yet again, getting kind of the bad omen, the bad luck here once again. Mike right out of the 76, staying right up ahead of Kevin Baker in the 87, but it's Baker looking to cook up some apple turnovers right now and try to be the head chef of the clan yet again. Remember, he has come close to winning out here on Pete Race TV before. He would love to change that today and finally get that one off his back. But Kevin Menapace in his YouTube channel number 42, Chevrolet Silverado. Boy, he went for a bit of a wild ride there, almost getting himself into trouble. Speaking of getting himself in trouble, Gianconde, hold on, baby, hold on. The 18 loose as a goose and sent into the backfield yet again. The back straightaway continuously giving guys troubles down there. Another look at it for the Pizza Mr. Replay presented by Next Level Racing. Here's another look at this one. You can just see that shift in, and then look at how hard you can just kind of drive off that. He gets into the wall, goes into the grass, opens up his own lawn care service, tries to center it back up. Credit where credit's due, he stayed in the throttle enough to keep his speed up for a little bit, but that definitely is not going to help out his cause any. Baker and Rideout now having a little bit of a tussle down there as Rideout holds the outside line. Baker right in the mix of it. Just about 40 laps left to go now here when they get to the stripes. Rideout currently dealing with Biker behind. Menapace trying to get back at it with Henning here. He had the position on him a minute ago. And Mikey Brandon, man, saying just a little more. Yeah, plenty of laps to go. He's talking about that 42 down there. Brian Brennan right now in the 15 moves 4 spots up. Currently started in the 14 slot, but he is 10. He's now in the 10th area. Looking to gain some points, looking to gain some advantages here as he continues to muscle this 15 on around. Can't count him out too much here, folks. He can definitely build some speed up and make a little bit of a run at some of these guys. And he's been known to do it before. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes a run for it later. Corey Reed passed up now as well by Stephen Henning here. Henning taking full position control of this race here. It looks like it seems to be, in my opinion, the dark horse of all the other guys, whereas Tong and Khan have been the battle mages. He's the dark horse. And Menapace troubles yet again in turn 1 and 2. Clean pass by the A7 of Kevin Baker and the 76 of Mike Rideout. Apple turnover served yet again here, and now it is turning on around back off 3 and 4. You can see Rideout still trying to keep his MRN. Number 76 Silverado speeds up for grab, up for the taste of the test here. Nicholas Tong and Robert Kahn separated out by a distance here, about, I'd say about 3 truck lengths here. Tong currently holding his line down, holding the lead in play. He hasn't been to victory lane in a few weeks here. Would love to change that today and get the maximum amount of points. But he knows still, again, with the way our point system works, the way everything plays out there, he cannot defeat out Cindy Taylor if she finishes where she's at right now. Now, again, though, if Tong was to keep winning every race and keep winning in positions, that will make things a lot more difficult for him. Jason Henry saying Khan looks to be reeling him in. Yeah, he certainly does to be indeed here, there, Henry. By the way, how come we haven't seen you out on the track here, my friend? Where have you been? Jason Henry usually the man that gets the turn. Usually he's the guy that does 3 and all that here. Kevin Baker still holding up with Metapace there. Metapace trying to get back at it here. Pretty much kind of the only drivers right now that are kind of closer together than anything. As other guys currently head into pit road, Daniel Moynihan heads in now, so he'll get centered up on the track. Don's still trying to reel in Tong right now. Well, you guys said earlier he may be reeling him in. Well, let's take a look at it from our lap time standpoint, and this is how you see it here. Henry saying at the beach, unfortunately won't be back until the Daytona race in a couple weeks. Well, Henry, we do appreciate these coming on board to have a little chat with us, and we'll see you then for the Daytona race, sir. Certainly isn't the same without you tonight, buddy. And once again, we might as well just call these two like the battle horses right now here on the track, because these are the two that keep going back at it. Metapace and Mike Rideout once more. Still hammering away, trying to make some moves, trying to make some runs here. Mike Rideout right now trying to get in a consistent playing field, trying to make a move off the charge, dash his way around. Still without fault, yet to get in that race run. Brian Brennan right now on the 15, still right behind the pack as well. He's currently ninth. I mean, right now, if anything, he might be a bit of a sleeping beauty down there because he's currently just waiting for the right time to plant that kiss on these boys and girls, I should say. Which now that I say that in 2022, that sounds kind of weird. I don't know, maybe all the Disney movies to me just completely ruined when you actually start to think one little snippet about those things. I don't know, you guys let me in the comment section below. Marcy Broad saying go number 33. Well, that 33 heading is still in this hunt. Had to make a pit stop though here. You get that on lap number 66, one of the first guys to do so. So we had the lap down to the 4th spot of Dustin Sonaker, Cindy Taylor, 07, Robert Kahn, 21, and the 55, Nicholas Tong, your race leader. But hasn't given out just yet here. $30 laps remain here at the Gateway 100, presented by Hubka Real Estate Group. Here on Pedal to Metal Racing League side of things here for PT Racing TV. As we currently watch on Nicholas Tong in the 55, still holding the charge and holding down this lead. Hasn't had too much of an issue here. He's just trying to stabilize that and keep it under control. Comes off into the distance off turn number 4 here. Robert Kahn, the 21. Looking to try to hang in there, looking to try to keep up his pace, trying to keep up the momentum as the rest of the field try to do much of the same. Well, right now I can tell you Matthew Hoffer, David Colton, Chantal Pottle, probably the last drivers. Unfortunately, they're going to get out of this mess here, out of this hole that they've kind of dug themselves into. Daniel Moynihan has a chance here to try to get out of this little slump he's in. He went in lap number 65 here for pit road, so currently waiting for the other guys to go in there and maybe have a chance of taking this one over. Kahn has now gone into pit road as well here, so it looks like he'll start to plan the strategy out. Kevin Baker heads into pit road in the 87 camp, so now the field is starting to get stretched out a little bit more, starting to get a little bit more clairvoyant. Dustin Sonaker now entering into the pits. He'll put the 50 machine in. And Cindy Taylor has also entered into pit road, so she's already putting that thing into the track. Looks like Sonaker might be trying to follow the lead of the 07, maybe seeing what she's done earlier. Everybody right now really getting their stuff in, trying to see who has the best lead, the best momentum here. Menapace may be in the 3rd place spot. Remember, has yet to get in pit road though. His last pit stop was lap 31, and Nicholas Tong even heads into pit road at last now. So now he will be putting himself in a vulnerable state. This is the first time we've seen him go into pit road on the green flag laps. Terry Weiland saying, "Let's go, Kev." A lot of love down there for the Metapace crew, trying to get them going here on the track. Laps after laps, putting down on the track. Ryan Brennan now entering into pit road. He'll be one of the last guys that has yet to go in. Khan right now has the race lead here yet again on from Khan, but again Khan, he found himself in a very unique situation where he's only 2 laps back of Tong, so he might have a chance to get ahead of him if he can start to build speed in. Mikey's saying, "You got it, big son." Well, he may have got it, but he's going to need to start dialing in a little bit more here because he's still behind position. He's still behind pace with 25 laps to go. This is starting to get a little bit harder to really work from. Daniel Moynihan here. Uh-oh, no, not again here. Get a little bit loose in that Nestle Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Ford F-150. Can he save it this time? Yes, he can, but he gets a pass there from Dustin Sonaker. Sparky getting a good little charge off around him in the corner and took that over from him. Sonaker, not gonna lie guys, really, these last couple races, he just continues to impress me. He's definitely gotten better. It seems like the truck is starting to become more lively, and honestly, it seems like he's starting to get more clever with the strategies. I think the more he goes, the longer he faces, the better off he will become. And that's really what he's all about. That's really what he wants. He strives for every time he gets out on the track. Distances right now being traveled up. It's starting to become more of a tire mileage here and a fuel mileage more than anything. The drivers have kind of used and tore up their equipment here on the later half of this run, and they know it too. 22 laps left to go. Nicholas Tong is your race leader as we go on board with him. Well, you just see and notice how much the braking is put into 3 and 4 versus 1 and 2. 1 and 2, you have a lot of braking, but I think a little bit of it too also revolves around actually using that little clutch in position there. As you see, his rear end kind of slip out a little bit underneath him. That was a very little tough spot to find himself in. Was able to work around though and hold it down. Nicely done there, but that is getting a little bit closer for his own good. And speaking closer for their own good, Metapace definitely finally finding a line there on the number 87, Kevin Baker. Kevin Baker realizes he's now being hunted down by a YouTuber in that 42 in the Silverado. Trying to find a lay around him, trying to find a way off the track and off the sides here. He's looking for anything he can. Menapace with a pass off the distance, now taking full control. As we now move our cameras back up there with the 33 of Stephen Henning, as he's got Julian Conde right behind him. Top 5 right now, Reed, Henning, Taylor, Collin, Tong, and separated out from the 5th spot to the 1st spot, about 25-second difference. Nicholas Tong has absolutely, but just completely dominated this race. He's had some scruffles with 21 of Robert Connor earlier, but I don't think that's really phasing or really bothering him too much right now, nor does he really care. Ooh, a little bit of company switchblade back around here. Moynihan, Baker, and Menapace having a little bit of a time 2 off there. Moynihan moving back into the 7th slot. Menapace moving up into position now as the 42 gets right underneath the 87. Nice controlled pass there coming off that corner, and very good speed and distance here. Moynihan, though, has got a big chunk of speed and big run off there into the distance, trying to stay ahead of these boys. If you can see shifting into that 1 gear, though, that shift down, shift up, it's really kind of a road course style mentality, and it really makes for some interesting moves here. Makes for a very tricky little time to get around, and speaking of time around, here comes the 42 yet again. Menapace refusing to quit. Talk about a last-minute dash and a last-minute gap here, too, from these guys. Man, this is starting to get a little bit interesting here. Dustin Sonaker, too, but where the heck did this cat come from, man? He's moved up into the 5th slot now. Sonaker puts the 50 in top 5, only 13 laps left to go, and Stephen Henning in that 33 trying now to hunt him back down. I don't even know where the heck he found this speed all of a sudden, but give credit where credit's due to Sparky, man. He won't quit. You don't have no giving on there. Henning, you can actually hear him shifting down as well here in that 33, trying to make something work out of it. Trying to dictate the timing and the strategy here yet again. And speaking of dictating strategies here, Moynihan had too many mistakes earlier, costing them big time. Now deals with Rideout and Baker yet again. 3-truck battle for position. This is your battle for 8th. Baker kept right in between. Moynihan back into it yet again. Both drivers slowing down just enough to save it. They'll keep it green. I'm not sure who Moynihan right now is worshiping down there, but I think the racing gods have given him a few breaks here on this last stage. But unfortunately, his big breaks aren't exactly translated from the racing skill he can present to the show. He struggles still continuously to deal with pressure and the added speeds these guys keep bringing right at him there. Ryan Brennan, the 15 now, moving up, kind of closer and closer, looking to try to get a point stay position here and get more points in. He needs everything he can down there. Bradley Collier saying Kev owes me 20 bucks now. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what bet you two placed, but I'm going to stay out of it. 10 laps left to go here on Pete's Race TV. Cindy Taylor right now, if she finishes where she does, will continue to maintain a points lead. She will not lose the points to this race here, despite the fact that Khan and Tong have kind of outplayed her and outsmarted her. She's outsmarted all of them with the consistent points get and points races. Remember, top 5 is really where she's been this entire season. She has not missed out on that, and she's been consistently taking everybody for a bit of a ride and a half, making sure that she knows that they are one up below her. Look at cement that name and cement the legacy yet again. Corey Reed, though, not looking to give out just yet, but he's got company up here, and it's surprise, surprise, it's Dustin Sonaker. Again, I'm not trying to be mean and Sparky. A little bit of trouble down there for Corey Reed, and having to avoid as well Julian Conde in the 18. Impressive stuff there, but now it's Sonaker. Aggressive move here down to the bottom of turn 1 and 2. Slides down to inside zone, and Sparky trying to take it away from Reed. No, not enough there. Reed takes full control on the outside. But back to what I was just trying to say, though. Sonaker usually, I've always said he's got speed, he's got control and conservation there, but he always had a problem when it came to using it at the right time in the right places. I think today has completely changed that for him, as Corey Reed right now is not only fighting that ton of truck there, he's also fighting with the power of Sparky back behind him. Stephen Henning down into pit road now, has entered back into the pits. Fuel run did not play out the way he was hoping for. Corey Reed still dealing with the 55. Sonaker right behind him right now as Tong Khan and them all moving in their final laps here. But looking at the fuel mileage here, and right now Stephen Henning was in lap 74, I believe, or excuse me, about 72, 71. So it's going to be very close on fuel for Tong Khan, Taylor, and all them. They better be careful here. Julian Conde trying to stay out of the way of the drivers as Henning gets it back out on the track, trying to outsmart Conde. Just didn't quite have enough tire, didn't have enough fuel under that hood. Now he's making it work a little bit more. Henning right back up into position, takes over from the U.S. Army 18. You'd think with lap traffic it would slow down some of the leaders here. No, it really hasn't. They've gotten a pretty good little push their way to get off around some of these guys. Getting out of the mess and getting out of trouble here. They don't want nothing to do with it so far. Hughes Veltz, 55 Toyota Tundra, Semi-Cube Machine 55, trying to stay ahead of this entire field and this entire brigade of drivers that have come full circle, come so far in this race to just bring out the best in one another and the best of their equipment. To say the least there, this has been a pretty solid race and a pretty solid battle all the way through. Has had its fair share of moments as Daniel Moynihan gets an advantage there up ahead of Henning, moves into another points get. Top 10 will get bigger points than anyone behind him, and that is a huge deal. That's why you need to be in that top 10. That's why you need to be right in that playing field. Mike Riley in the 76 knows he could be in trouble here as you see Moynihan coming right up behind him. Daniel trying to keep some closures, keep some run underneath him, and hope for the best here if he can. Cindy Taylor really has not left that podium position all day long, though, in that 55, man. She has just been heavy on the consistency, heavy on the controls, and really not giving an inch. 2 laps left. Corey Reed, the 27 and the 50, Dustin Sonaker looking to have one more tussle, one more battle here. Sparky, though, way wide on the outside, 3 and 4. Too hard in the distance, too hard in the corner. That's going to cost him dearly here. He's going to need a little help from Reed as Nicholas Tong will bring it down to the white flag high in the air here for the top 5 conclusion. You know, they can say what they want about this kind of racing style, this kind of background, but you know what you can't say? Nicholas Tong didn't deserve this one. Out races, out strategizes, outplays the field, and now the 55 Semi-Cube Tundra will bring it off of turn number 4, straight to the checkered flags, down the front straightaway. Nicholas Tong wins that Gateway. Second will go to Robert Kahn in the 21. And third will go to the closer, Cindy Taylor. She will continue her points lead and dominance of this series, to say the least. Sonaker and Reed having a great battle late in the race, but it's going to be Reed that outsmarts the field. Hold on a minute pace. Trouble down there on the back straightaway, and I think he's still going. Oh no, he has actually finished. Excuse me, they have actually finished. My bad. Well, there he is, your Gateway 100 race winner, the number 55, Nicholas Tong, brings it home in Madison, Illinois. Some signature burnouts and a little bit of pulling around the track here. Definitely something to say the least. But man, what a thrilling day. Full of some hard racing and some exciting moments in between. Presented by FEGPC.net. Here is your final results here. Nicholas Tong, your winner. Kahn going second. Third to Cindy Taylor. Fourth to Corey Reed. Fifth to Dustin Sonaker. That's your top 5. Kevin Menapace, talking about bringing it back from the dead, goes 6. 7 to Kevin Baker. 8 to Mike Radout. 9 to Ryan Brennan. And it's going to be 10th going to Daniel Moynihan to finish out the points get for the top 10. A very unique race and a very unique circumstance here. We'll talk with the top 3 when we come back.
When you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles, there's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
And welcome back, race fans. Right now, we are now joined in from our top 5 drivers here. Coming away in the second place spot, though, is going to be the Rattlesnake himself, Robert Kahn. And Kahn, a big points day for you and the crew here, and a second place finish overall. I gotta believe definitely helps out the cause and the need for the positions here today, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I felt like I had a pretty quick car, could contend for a win, and then that last pit stop I pit a little bit too early. So the way you get around here is downshifting to 1 and 2, and I had to keep it in 4th the whole run. So it was a good point stat. So I didn't want to risk trying to run out of gas, so just kept it in 4th and just get a second place finish and move on to the next race.
For sure there. Now, obviously, with the way this played out and how much more you guys got going on here, there's definitely a bit of a growing strategy, definitely a bit of a growing pain when it comes to having to figure out how to outsmart the long runs. But next week being at Chicagoland, I got to believe that's going to be kind of more your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Mile and a halfs and up. That's usually that's one of my favorite type of tracks. So, but yeah, good solid points day. Look forward to that race. Maybe we'll get a win. But Nicholas is pretty fast, so we're gonna have a nice battle all season. There's quite a few fast people this year. So
there certainly is indeed. But nevertheless, so as you come away today with the second place finish, is there anybody you want to thank for this?
Just everyone that's involved with us, ButtKicker. Everyone who helps out with the league. I appreciate you. But that's it, man.
That is it indeed. Well, nevertheless, second place finish here in crew. Congratulations, sir.
Hey, thanks, man. Have a nice night.
You too. Ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher here today goes to the Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn. Third place will go, of course, Cindy Taylor, the closer, will not be chatting with us today, but congratulations to her and her crew there. Definitely some good performancing there, to say the least. And now joining me, race fans, here in the big 55, the big winner's circle check going to him. Nicholas Tong will bring it home today in that Toyota Tundra. And Tong, first off, congratulations here in the Gateway 100 race win here, but it certainly did seem like at times on the short runs that was Taylor and Kahn were out to kind of get you a bit.
Yeah, for sure on the short runs, like Rob had a really quick car, like he was running a different line, and Cindy was definitely on the restart there. I think it was the second caution. She was out and she was really quick, and I had to box her out a little bit just to, stay in the lead there. But yeah, those guys were quick, but for sure.
Definitely quick, definitely smart on the strategies here. No, a little bit of a playing field or two here. I mean, I got to ask you, man, when you're coming into these races here, I got to believe that a lot of that long-term strategy kind of helps out for the short run deals if you have to deal with them, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when it comes to certain races, it's very easy to be like, I want this position now. I'm gonna burn through my tires just to get it, and then maybe 10 laps later, your tires are done, and like you lose that pace in the long term. So gotta look at the long term for sure in these kind of races.
Indeed, indeed. Well, nevertheless, though, obviously this one's going to come away with another win here. I believe this is your third of the bunch. So with this season kind of coming closer and closer to being in your hands, I must ask you, who do you want to thank you for that one?
Just want to thank Next Level Racing, ButtKicker, Lightning Wrapz, Hubka, and FEGPC for making this league possible. Also, just like to thank my mom again. Her birthday's coming up, so thanks to all the guys for making this possible for sure.
For sure there. Nick, congratulations, man. We'll see you next time out, buddy.
Thanks, Christian. Have a good one.
You too. Ladies and gentlemen, in the 55 tonight, Nicholas Tong will come away with a win to end out the Gateway 100 here on Pete Series TV. A big thank you to those at Petaluma Racing League coming on out. Thank you to Next Level Racing, the ButtKicker Company, Hubka Real Estate Group, FEGPC.net, and Lightning Wrapz for your support this season. And to you fans out there, as usual, without you guys, we wouldn't even be in business. So, from all of us here at Pete Series TV, thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, we'll catch you guys next time when the green flag flies.